everybody, Rivet Liquor here. Today's video is going to be a tutorial and a little bit of information about hooded eyelids. Hooded eyelids, what are they? Basically, you got extra skin folds that just like goes right over your lids and pretty much hides the moving part of your eye. And me, because I'm immunocompromised, I'm prone to infections in my crease. I get rashes like because I've been having rashes on my face lately, and it's just ridiculous, and I'm trying to keep every single makeup brush clean, and I'm like sanitizing all my makeup just so I don't get those rashes, but I do get the flakes and it's a bit painful. Also, it affects my peripheral vision. All I can see in my peripherals is a big dark spot here where my lids droop, and basically I look like I've got resting sad face, not bitch face, sad, resting sad face. When you have a neutral expression and you just look like you're bummed out about everything, it's like see, I look sad as opposed to looking pissed off, which is what I'd rather look like. I look really sad, and so people think there's something wrong with me. Well, there is a lot of shit wrong with me. This tutorial will cover a little sort of cut crease for hooded eyelids. It's a bit more suited to this level of hooded eyelid. I somehow managed to do a wing, and that's not supposed to happen. I just initially wanted to just line my upper lash line, but it turned into a wing, and it actually turned into a really good wing, which is something that never happens with me. I never do winged eyeliner, and when I do, it's usually a hot mess. To see how I got this eye look, please keep watching. So we're gonna get started. I've already done my brows because I never bother doing them on camera because they take me so long and they're so especially when I'm doing this kind. So anyway, today we're gonna start off. I'm gonna prime my eyelids, and I'm gonna use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance regular formula, and I'm just gonna take that all over my eyelid. I'm gonna start with the Chi 5 Looks on the Go palette. This is a Smokey palette. This is one of the 5 inside the big palette. I'm gonna go in with that dark brown color here. I'm gonna use a fluffy blender, and I'm just gonna take this right into my crease. Alright, that this isn't blended. We're gonna blend it later, clearly, but you just want to get it as into your crease as possible. Now, as you can see, okay, I've got very hooded eyes, and there is a space in between where I have placed it and the rest of the moving portion of my eyelid, so I'm just going to do my other eye exactly the same. You just want to extend it a little further out because, well, clearly you need the space here. So just do it a little bit above where your natural crease actually is, because with hooded eyes, you end up having this thing where, like, okay, you've got hooded eyes and you've got hooded eyes. I've got hooded eyes, the latter, because the way I see it, I've got deep set eyes, or they're about like in the middle, sort of, they're like average. My brow bone doesn't come as forward, but I do have a lot of skin on my lids, so I have to actually work and create a fake crease where there is no crease in my lid, because I've just got this sheet of excess skin coming down, and I've also got downturned upper lids, so that doesn't really help because it makes me look really sad. And that's why I say I don't have resting bitch face, I have resting sad face. You want to get this right above the crease there. And also notice with my eyebrows, they're actually sitting a lot. I actually draw my eyebrows on because I don't like the way they grow normally. The way they normally grow is they start about here, they're more like here, so about halfway in the middle of that, and then they droop downwards, and I have to actually lift it to make me look like I don't have such droopy lids. Ugh, annoying. So now that I've got that there, I've got all this space to play with in the middle. I am going to firstly highlight and blend out the upper portion of the crease. I didn't put it on a transition shade because I'm going to use just my highlight color, and this is the Wet n Wild single color icon single in Brulee. I've got this thing, I think it's called a Mongolian fold. It's where your eyelid like actually comes and droops down, or like it actually folds over, and as you can see, it's more prominent on this side than this side. This eye is a lot more droopier than this one. I really want to get it fixed before I'm too old and I can't see out of my peripherals. I actually cannot see out of my peripherals. My peripheral vision is shot. So Surgery is probably the only option for me. I could try tape, but that's only a temporary fix. I want a permanent fix because I know as I get older, it's gonna just worsen and worsen as my skin starts to lose its ability to regenerate. So I'm just gonna take that fluffy blender back along the crease, the crease color, and I'm just gonna blend it into my highlight color. I'm going to go into the Australis BronzEyed Girl palette. I think I've only ever used this once, which sucks because it is such a beautiful palette. I mean, look at all these colors. They are absolutely to die for and everything. So the next color I'm going to go in with is this one in this top corner here. I'm going to put this like all over the main moving portion of my lid. As you can see, there is a contrast difference between my crease color and this color, but we'll blend it, don't worry. And just to get an extra bit of definition in that corner, I'm just gonna, on the same brush, I'm gonna just take this darker shade in the bottom left and use that just in the corner there. And then I'm gonna go back in with my little fluffy blender and blend those two colors together in the actual crease portion. So I'm gonna go back into that Chi 5 Looks to Go palette, Smokey palette, and I'm just gonna take a bit more of that little brown color and just take it just along the edge there because I want a little bit on the edge. So I want to put a little something deeper in the crease, so I'm just gonna have to make you bear with me whilst I pick a color to work with. I do not know what I want to put, and I've got so many eyeshadows to play with. I'm always gonna go back to purple. I love purple as an eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go into my Sugarpill Cold Chemistry palette, and I am going to just grab on another fluffy brush. I'm going to add a little bit of Elemental Chaos to just the outer corner, just for like a bit of definition. As you can see, I've made a mess there, but don't worry, I will clean that up. I'm just going to clean up right under here. I'm going to just run this little brightening pencil in my lower waterline. As you can see, my lower waterline is more defined, and you can actually see that my eye actually turns upwards. So I've done that, and now I'm going to do a very, very fine, like you won't be able to see it sort of line with the black eyeliner. This is Physicians Formula 2 Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. Super fine tip, and I'm just going to line just very, very lash line and nothing else. Well, that's already a stuff up. It's too thick. Alright, I did a really tiny baby wing. I don't know how I pulled it off. Mystery to me. Don't ask. I'm just gonna attempt to do the same with the other one and hope I don't fuck up. I've just done wings. I'm not happy with them, but whatever. Wings don't like to work on hooded eyes because anyone who says otherwise is a liar. I find it really foolish that people think that if you have hooded eyes, you can do winged liner, and you can. It's just a lot more difficult than if you had any other shaped eye. So yeah, these look ridiculous because they look like they're coming from the bottom, so we're gonna just do something to help attach them. So for the bottom lash line, I'm gonna start with black out here, and I'm gonna use the Too Faced Perfect Eyes Waterproof Liner. Ooh, it's waterproof. And I'm just gonna follow that wing and just use this along my lash line and go about 3/4 of the way in. Now I have some serious smudging to do, so I'm gonna smudge that. And just with that liner again, I'm just gonna create sort of an attachment. Looks like it's an open tear duct. So now to set that, I'm going to go back in with that dark brown from the Smokey palette, and I'm just gonna run it just under and just blend it out. This is totally not what I wanted to do, but like, who cares? It's done. Now all I have to do is add some mascara. I am not using falsies, so I'm just going to use the Essence Lash Princess regular formula, the volume formula. I'm really in need of some sparkle in the inner corner. I'm going to use my Essence Souffle eyeshadow at Hidden Stories and Enter Wonderland. This is tricky to use with a brush. You don't use this with a brush, but I just really want it in the inner corner, so. Oh good, now we can move on to the face. I'm gonna start by priming. I'm gonna use my the Time Balm face primer, and I'm just gonna use my Pure Minerals stippling brush to apply it. For foundation, I'm just gonna use my W7 High Definition Foundation. This is the $5 one from Chemist Warehouse. I'm not kidding, $5. This is the shade Buff. It's a perfect match for me. Just 2 pumps of that. And I'm just gonna grab a Real Techniques buffing brush for that. So, gonna do that everywhere. Now that that is out of the way, I can do some concealer. I'm just gonna use the Models Prefer Argan Infusion Concealer in Light. I think I need a little bit more around my nose, because my nose. Or under my eyes, I'm just going to use a smaller brush, precision one, just to get right up under there. Now I'm just going to set everything, and I'm just going to use my Australis Fresh and Flawless. Who knows, I might hit pan. It's so close to hitting pan. I'm just going to use a Real Techniques all-purpose brush for that. Now for my contour, I'm just going to use my NYX Blush in Taupe and my Artiste Professional Contour Brush. Should be dry. I just like spot cleaned my brushes before a few hours ago, and yeah, I'm just like, ugh. So I'm just going to go into my... Now I'm going to highlight. I'm going to be using the most unusual thing to highlight with. It's the Essence single eyeshadow in Vanilla Milkshake. This is a discontinued color. I got it on sale. So I don't know. They've got new ones out very similar to this, and a new nude collection. So don't be alarmed. They're not gone. I just haven't used an eyeshadow, this particular eyeshadow as a highlight. Or maybe I have. I'm not sure. Maybe take a shimmery sparkly one and it'll be good for my cheekbones. And just gonna add some blush, so and help blend the contour out, because that's a bit strong for my liking. So I'm just gonna use the Essence Silky Touch blush in Adorable and a big fluffy blender. This is not a Real Techniques brush, it's a dupe. Okay, and because I'm done with that, I am going to just blend everything together, and I'm going to use my Models Prefer mineral powder in Photo Ready just to blend things together. And then just another light dusting of my setting powder just to soften it up. I'm just going to spritz, and this is the Australis Makeup Finishing Spritz, and I'm just going to... Whew! Nice. Lastly, for my lip color, I'm going to just use the e.l.f. matte lip color in Tea Rose. Finally got this the other day and I really like it. So that's it. I'm going to get dressed and do my hair, and I'll be back. See you soon. Couldn't be bothered doing anything with my hair as usual. I haven't washed it in days, but whatever. So basically this is the finished look. I'm very pleased with it. I actually surprised myself this time. So mostly it's dedicated to people with hooded lids who have been pretty much disappointed by other makeup artists, bloggers, whatever, that do their makeup and like say, oh, you can totally do this with hooded lids. But they don't have hooded lids, or they have hooded lids and they're not in the extremities of my case, which is pretty much my eyelashes almost touch my eye. Yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I hope it helped you to feel a bit more confident in your hoodedness. Yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I hope it helped you to feel a bit more confident in your hoodedness. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you if you have. And my social media links are in the description box down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr. Not that I post anything on Tumblr except my Instagram feed, but whatever. Anyway, see you guys on another video. Bye!